Hello beautiful people, how are you guys doing? So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a doll clothing rack. This is a very easy tutorial to follow, and I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making this. So let's get into it. To make this doll clothing rack, I'm going to take a wooden skewer. I cut mine to 9 inches. That's how long the clothing rack is going to be. And I also cut 2 10-inch wooden dowels. This is how tall they are going to be. 10 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wooden skewer and I'm just going to glue it to the tops of the wooden dowels. Let me just do that real fast. Okay, so here is the frame of the clothing rack. And to make it stand up, I did put some little popsicle sticks at the bottom. And these are 4 inches long. And I just made a little point in the center to glue them in. Now what I also made is I also made a little base. And this is gonna go somewhere about here. At the clothing rack, and this is like something to support. Oh my god, that just broke. I'm just gonna glue that back. Oops, sorry for my voice, I'm a bit sick, but that's fine. So here it is. Now that it's fixed, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue that in. But before I do that, I'm gonna tell you guys all the measurements. This is 9 inches, the same length as the clothing rack, and all of these little bits here are 2.5 inches, and there are 9 of those, and there are 4 of these longer bits, these 9-inch ones. I'm going to put some glue on either side of those. And I'm just gonna glue those in place like this. Just like that. And that is starting to look like a clothing rack. Thank goodness. And what I'm going to do now, while we let that dry, I painted mine black, and you could totally leave it at this point, but because I'm a little bit extra, I'm very extra, I have this silver paint laying around, and I was thinking maybe I could put the silver paint on this to make it look like metal. That would be really, really cool. So I think I'm going to do that. And then we can move on to the finishing touches. I painted it with that silver color, and it actually looks so much better now. So the finishing touches are that I'm going to add these little beads on each end. I'm not going to do it now because I have to let it dry. But until it does dry, why don't we work on something else? So, what I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these little miniature doll hangers. I really like how these turned out. I have a bunch of them already done, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do them. So, let's get into it. So, what you're going to need for this craft is you're going to need 2 little popsicle sticks. It doesn't matter how long they are, it depends on you. You're going to need a skewer, and you're going to cut them to whatever length you want. I'm just going to cut them to 2 inches. And just... Oh my gosh, that was so loud. That shocked me. Okay, so I cut 2 little pieces of the skewer. And you're also gonna need a little piece of wire. So I have the wire, I have some wire here. And I have my cutting pliers. And I'm just gonna snip a little piece of the wire off. So there we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna need a hot glue for this as well. So I'm going to take these little pieces of wood. I'm gonna take one for now. So we're gonna need one. And I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and I'm gonna put a line of glue on the popsicle stick. But I want the line on the popsicle stick to be at an angle, like this. I'm gonna take one of the little pieces of skewer that I cut, and I'm just gonna glue that on an angle, like this. And then we're gonna repeat the same step on the other side. And what we want them to do is we want them to meet in the middle, like this. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue there to unite them like this. So this is what it should look like. Oops, that just came out. There we go. Fix that. Okay, there we go, perfect. And what we're gonna do is, before we do anything else, I'm going to take my scissors here and I'm going to trim off these little bits here, like these little bits here, and I'm going to just trim those off like this. And then after we do that, I'm going to put some glue on the exposed side of the skewer, the one that isn't glued. And I'm going to take the other piece of the lollipop stick and I'm just going to glue that on top, like this, like so. And I'm just going to cut off the excess, like this. And now you have a little hanger kind of looking thing. There you go. And what you're going to do now is you're going to take this tiny little piece of wire that you just cut earlier. And if I find my cutting pliers, I'm going to take this side that I want to bend it with. And I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to put my nail on it, or you can put your finger. And I'm just going to bend it in a way to make it look like a little hanger piece, like this. Wait, like this. Perfect. And we want to make sure that one side is longer than the other, like this. It's like a little hook. Then we're gonna take this little bit that we just made. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on there, like this. And then I'm just going to take this bit that we just made and I'm just going to glue that on top, like this, like that. I'm just going to let that dry, and this is dry yet. It's a bit wobbly, but it will definitely do. I can just fix that. Now that it's pretty much dried, I did put a piece of paper on the bottom here so that it doesn't ruin my foam board that I put. And just clean the bits of wood up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these little beads over here. I'm gonna take one at a time, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue at the end. And after I do that, I'm just gonna glue it at the end over here. Let me try that again. Okay, I'm just gonna hold that in a bit for a little bit until it can stay by itself. and that makes it look nicer and neater. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna take the other one and I'm gonna glue the other one on the other side. And that kind of completes the clothing rack. I really like how this turned out. I'm not mad at it at all. And now that everything is dry, why don't we kind of stock it up? I did make a whole bunch more hangers. It's raining hangers, and there's a lot of them. Literally have so many. Okay, so now that it has rained hangers and that we were blessed with so many of them, I'm going to take a whole bunch of clothes that I have over here.
Wow.
Huge bag. And I'm going to start kind of putting them on. So here we have these little jeans, and for example, I'm just going to fold them in half. I'm going to take one of our little hangers. I'm just going to put it in here. Like that. Yeah, it's not really staying. So let's just gonna stock it up. I'll be with you guys. So here's the finished product. I'm so happy with it. I really like how it turned out. And I did decorate. I did put a bunch of clothes here, and I did put my doll, and she's holding a little shot here. She's looking adorable. Let me give you a little view of it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, maybe even share this with someone. I would really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye!